So now we're on part 2. I guess that's how it happens sometimes when you do that. But, oh well. Let's do this one more time. Did it just go right back in? Let's see if we can play this and see what happens if it sounds like use it. Yeah, it's working. Right. Went back to the other one. I don't know what that means. I don't know how it worked. I don't know. Who knows? If anyone understands, we're back in. And who the fuck knows? Anyway, so that was actually an interesting conversation for like an hour. But anyway, fuck, I hate when computers don't work. Anyway, so that worked. So did the game seem kind of quiet to you when you were watching it?
As far as the crowd?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying 100% attention when it was on since it was midday game, so I was trying to take care of other stuff. So I wasn't. I'm not too sure. It seemed like from my Twitter and Instagram followers, it seemed like it was pretty decently attended at least. So, but as far as how it sounded, I don't know. But at least, before you say anything, I can attest from at least here, stateside. Depending on who the carrier for the game is, like ESPN, MSG, etc. It depends on how they do microphone, camera.
Totally. Yeah, I'm asking that because it seems to be that that's what they're reporting, that they actually did something with the audio.
Oh, okay.
So BT Sports actually Scotsman reported that BT did that because they were singing "The Merry Plowman" or something like that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. They want IRA songs on there, so they decided not to offend anyone. Yeah, I was like, I'm watching the game, like, man, it seems. I thought I was watching an EPL game, either that or I was watching a funeral. It was quiet. I was like, what the hell's going on? It's weird. And every once in a while, I hear some chanting in the background. I'm like, I know for a fact, Friday Night Football, these guys have been on the drink since about 2:00 in the afternoon. There's no way in the world that place isn't rocking. And this morning I get up, I read the article. I'm like, well, that makes total sense. But okay, fine. If they want to go ahead and say that's offensive. But I hear Billy Boys, and they don't turn that shit off. And it's just so double-sided, so two-faced. It's ridiculous. But here's the thing that kills me. All right, what kills me is that's not okay. A song about the IRA is not okay, apparently. But what is okay is when that guy Draxler says, "Oh, I can't wait for the PSG grenades to come in and blow up Celtic Park," or whatever the hell he said. That's okay. Mm. That's okay. That's using we're bringing grenades to Celtic Park. That's okay, but the IRA song is bad. Now, Rev, you're a little bit younger than me. I'm curious. When did everything have to be blowed up? How did that come up? Like dropping truth bombs. I'm dropping truth bombs today, or I'm going to blow that pussy up, or I'm going to do. Where did this come from?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? I'm going to bang it out. I don't understand. I don't understand. What happened?
Kind of funny you mentioned that. I don't know if you saw this today. There was an article in the Scotsman, probably everywhere too. They're actually going to have armed police at the game.
That was the next thing. Yes, it's funny now. The reason I brought that up because the next thing is that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're going to have armed police.
No specific threats, but a big game like that, I guess that's. To me, it's just like that's the norm, and for when I go to anything. Yeah, I was
going to ask you that too. Yeah, for us, isn't that typical?
But it's like at the same time to kind of step back and remove myself. It's like, yeah, that's how things we are. Where it's like, yeah, walking around and seeing cops with guns. It's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Standing in line at 7-Eleven, or Wawa the other night, I got a cop in front of me and a cop behind me online, and they're both armed, and I'm just like, whatever, this is normal. It's like over there, that's nowhere near the norm.
No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. But that's there are a lot of things different. Like we have sunshine and they don't, so it's okay. It's okay to be different. Oh man! But anyway, so yeah, that was kind of odd. So they want the police there, and that combined with I read something about that PSG's bringing 300 ultras, also. 300 of their ultras are coming. Is there now you more than me on the political side of things? Is there I mean, other than us thinking Neymar is a cheating, diving cunt prick, and them loving him, I mean, is there that much of a difference between the ultras that would be at PSG versus a Celtic fan? Like, why someone wouldn't like them?
I mean, I don't know particularly about PSG's fans, if they're political, which way political. I know Marseille's. They've got both spectrums, both ends of the spectrum. I don't really know PSG at all. I think they're kind of the same way, actually. I think they have multiple groups who, ironically, battle each other. But, it's kind of the same thing that even though they're, they're like an ultra group and stuff like that, it's still, when it comes down to it, I'm this team, you're that team. I mean, I don't really expect anything to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I could be totally wrong, though, but, I mean, they'll probably be fairly well segregated.
Yeah, I'm sure they will be. Yeah, I'm sure they will be. The reason why I ask is because I don't know if there is or isn't. Is there? Is there a difference between them? I mean, is there? I mean, to me,
what do you mean by different?
I mean, is there like a political difference? Like, I guarantee you, if the Real Madrid's, supporter showed up, there may be a little bit of a friction between a Celtic fan and a Real Madrid supporter.
Right. I mean, yeah. From
Chelsea.
what I've seen,
that kind of thing.
There's definitely more of when you face another team who there's like a philosophical difference like that. There's going to be that extra, weight to a game.
Mm-hmm.
If we play Hamburg, versus St. Pauli, it's St. Pauli being St. Pauli anyway, but even if there were no, special connection to St. Pauli, it's like, oh, we're all on the same side. For 90 minutes, we're opposites, but before and after, we're friends,
Like Ajax shows up. Like even their typical Ajax fan. I mean, is there something like that? I mean, I don't know. Is there? Is that the reason why?
Right. But but then because they're just, kind of polar opposites like that, there would be, tensions, all around, and that game would just be kind of the flashpoint,
right.
to bring it together.
Right.
But for PSG, I'm really not familiar with their fan base enough to say.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Or do you think those police are around? Those police, it has nothing to do with the fans of the ultras? Do you think it has more to do with just the shit that's gone on in Paris lately? That they think maybe that they might follow at the Celtic part?
It's just a general everything. I mean, the article I read said they've already been at Hamden and Ibrox and shit. And this is just a continuation of that. So if it's the new normal, kind of deal, unfortunately, there's been a lot of bullshit going on. So they're just going to be around. I mean, it didn't say, how many, if it's just a couple guys or whatever. I'm trying to remember what it was a couple years ago. We have the typical, your average beat cop at like at Red Bull Arena and stuff, doing security, nothing crazy. But then I think it was after the first Paris thing a couple years ago. Like, we had straight up like militarized, with MP5s.
Nice.
Like those kind of guys at Red Bull Arena. It's like, whoa, this is fuck. Like, with no anything going on, it's like this is fucking intense. For like the playoffs, and it's like there's nothing going on. Like, why the fuck is this happening? And then like they were gone by the next day. It was like 1 or 2 games. It's like, why is this happening?
Maybe people know about something. Maybe people said something.
Well, right. They're just like, oh yeah, nothing's going on. It's just you're just playing it's a large group of people and the potential for stuff and that kind of thing. Like, to the point like they weren't allowing bags into the stadium anymore. Like, there's bag check outside and like that kind of shit. Yeah, so I think it's just kind of like one of those things. But since, for lack of a better phrase, like, in the UK, they're at a lower level from not having any armed police. So now they're just kind of taking that initial baby step up to having,
right,
like some cops with pistols.
Right. So let me ask a question. How just as we're onto this PSG thing, because we're here, how bad do you want to see Lustig just absolutely poleaxe that cheating diving cunt Neymar?
Oh, I want him to be splayed out on his back and just tunnel vision, and just the last thing he needed him to see is just, Lustig's face.
Poleaxe.
The black.
I love that meme that Neymar is like looking down and Lustig's looking over him. Neymar checks under his bed every night for Lustig. That's one of my favorites. Because that shit's fucking true, right? He's looking. He's like, oh, fuck.
And you could do the same for Bruni, too, because Bruni got him for a while.
Yeah,
I think Lustig had him more.
Was it Neymar that Was it Neymar that Baton took out and got the red card 2 minutes after coming on at home a couple of years ago? Was that it? Wasn't that his red card in the Champions League against Barcelona?
We played Barcelona so many times. They all, except for the Tony Watt game, every other Barcelona game basically just blends fucking together.
Oh man, I want to say it was. Yeah, I want to say that was it. I want to say that's what it was. Or was it? I thought it was. Anyway. Every time I saw this clash with Ajax, he was sent off against Ajax. I got to find that, what it was. Yeah. Maybe it was. It might have been. Maybe it was. I forget. I could have sworn that's what it was. I'll have to find it. But I know Baton got a red card in the Champions League. I want to say it was against Barcelona.
I mean, and
I want to say it was because he just fucking poleaxed that guy. But anyway, I want to see that motherfucker get crushed. I hate him. Hate him. I don't dislike. Listen. I don't dislike other players other than Huns, but I hate this motherfucker. I do. There's no two ways around it. I hate him. I watch him play, and he fucking just drives me fucking batty. And I sat down last night and watched, or actually this morning, the Be In Sport here has a 90 and 30. Do you watch that? Do you see that at all? And that was the PSG game. They won 4-1. They were being held down until that red card came.
Okay.
There was 1-1 in the 70th minute, and then they scored 3 goals. So it can be done. If they keep their head, I think it can be done. I don't know, man. It could be done.
Two things. First, and I remember I said it last year, but just repeating and sort of playing him again. He played for Santos. That was like his first club, or one of his first. And so I saw him. I remember seeing him back in 2010. That was the team that New York played when they opened Red Bull Arena. That was like the first ever, international friendly and stuff to have the grand opening. And so I'm like, I didn't know who the fuck he was. Like, I don't know Santos. Like, all I know is that was like Pele's first club, Brazilian club. And not knowing anything about him, and I just see this kid. I'm just like, this kid's an asshole. And his name just stuck out. I'm like, Neymar. I'm like, okay, whatever. Dumb name, dumb kid. And like, yeah, then I see him start popping up in Europe. I'm like, this kid, like, he's an asshole. He's still an asshole. He's even worse now.
Exactly.
And I forget who, one of our guys kind of did the same thing, like just went in kind of, rough tackle, and he
rolled around like he was getting, like he was trying to be battered to throw in the fire. Yeah.
30 yards, just like, oh my God, my knee. Yeah, but so the fact that, Lustig and stuff went after him too, I'm just like, this is just like a 7-year joke for me, just seeing him still do it. But anyway,
I'm not saying I hate him as much as I fucking just hate that motherfucker.
No, right. It's the attitude. It's all that.
It is. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I respect the fact he's a decent player? Yes. But he's a fucking cunt, and I can't stand him.
It's like Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, you can't deny how good of a player he is.
Yes.
But the fact that he does so much bullshit in the periphery, it's like...
You look at you using the SAT word, periphery. What you've been reading? Periphery. Nice. That was impressive. Nice. And used correctly. That was excellent. Good job, Rev. That was good stuff, man.
You don't have to do that, and that just takes away. You'd probably be a better player if you didn't do that bullshit on the side,
Yeah. I respect it. Now, granted, I doubt he stays up and I going, oh, man, Dr. J doesn't respect. I doubt it. And using the line, how do you say this? Lions don't worry about the opinion of sheep. I get that. I'm sure. That doesn't what anyone thinks of him. He couldn't give two fucks about. I get that. I don't care either. My point is that I fucking hate him, and I'm not saying I want him like his career ended, but I really, really, really like as much as you wanted Patty to come. I want to see Lustig just fucking poleaxe that motherfucker.
You want the bell rung, You just want him to get that reminder.
Yes.
Not untouchable.
Yes. Remember when you dove in the box? No, that wasn't him. Who got that? That was Suarez. Him too. He's another one.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's another one. God, fuck. And I'm not saying Messi's a diver, but Jesus Christ, fuck.
He's on the edge there.
He can't. Yes. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I can't watch Spanish football. I tried. I can't. I fucking hate it. But anyway,
the other thing I was going to say, did you see sometime this week, I guess, weekend, the comments from PSG's manager?
No,
basically
I missed it.
Saying they're going to respect us when they come to play.
Okay.
That,
of course.
Like they're like,
Thank you, Mr. Obvious.
It wasn't the typical like, oh, we're playing Celtics, so boom, 3 points next game, give us whatever. Who the fuck are we? Also, we playing Dortmund, whatever's in our group.
Bayern.
Bayern,
and
yeah. Yeah, so we're just waiting for Bayern, so that's it. That's all we're concerned about. It's like no, we know that they can play. They're the champions. They've been the champions.
You want to know why he said that? You know who he is, right? Unai Emery.
What?
That's his name, Unai Emery.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you mean?
Do you know why? You know why he's like extremely like focused on and will not fuck up. Try not to fuck this whole thing up.
Why?
He used to manage Spartak Moscow. Remember, we won away and won at home.
Oh, really? Was he?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
On the way to on the way to the last 16.
Yeah. Okay. No, I didn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah. Then he's basically saying like, we are favored, So it that is logical, but we do know that on the day that football is dictated by who has possession, and we are playing in their home, and yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
So it was basically like, we on paper are the more powerful team, but anything can fucking happen, and we're in their house, so who the fuck knows? It was a pretty fucking, like I said, respectful thing. And
you better be. The last time he probably went through this and fucked it up. So
we beat them in their house.
Yep, Unai Emery. That's how that works. So give me a prediction on this one. What do you think happens Tuesday?
Shit.
Think we could sneak a wee cheeky draw, or do you think we can? Is it a little bit more than that, or what do you think?
I mean, I'm holding out for a draw. I would be fucking ecstatic with a 1-1. I mean, I know the fans are going to come out. They're going to be fucking 10-10 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine what Green Brigade has up their sleeves. And I know win, lose, or draw, the support's going to be just at their very best. So, that's going, and hopefully that is going to elevate everyone to be playing at their best. So, it's going to come down to, can we keep Neymar and all these other guys? Yeah, hopefully, like you said, like they, this past game, they were held, until the last 20 minutes, basically to a draw. They brought in, they basically changed their whole team over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they haven't really had too much time to really gel together and mesh as a team. So we might be able to, we're kind of lucky playing them first game at home. If we can, sneak in, maybe like 2 goals or a goal and keep them scoreless, man, that'd be a coup. To really get out and start out, this year's campaign with a win over PSG. That would send shockwaves, I think, through the Champions League.
Yep, that would be good. I'd be all about it. If we get there, it'd be nice. I mean, shit. Man, that'd be good.
Because everyone, looking at, the kind of the front runners and glory hunters, people who, your FIFA players and stuff like that, that's going to be the team of the year, for FIFA 18. It's going to be PSG. It's usually been, Real Madrid or Barcelona. This year, it's going to be PSG, bar none.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be the favorite team. But yeah, if I highly suspect them to be favorites to win Champions League. But if we can sneak in a win now, well, I think they're vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Early. Hey, listen, they were undefeated, right? They're undefeated now. It sounds kind of like Manchester City when they came in.
Yeah.
Like last year. I think a 1-1 or a 2-2 is a good one. I would bite your fucking hand off for a draw in this May, and they win Tuesday. You have to fucking peel me off the fucking ceiling. But yeah, I mean, that's crazy. So let me ask you this. So I think a draw is the way to go. I like that. If it's great, then perfect. My question to you is, who you playing? Who you starting with? Give me your 11. Gordon, and then who?
Gordon, Lustig.
Jozo's healthy. He plays. And Tierney on the left. Who's your other center half?
Yeah, let's do everyone else and come back.
Let's do everyone else and come back. Okay, because you're not going to go with 3. You're not going to go 3-4-3.
No.
You're not going to go 3-4-3. Or the 3-4-2. Excuse me. 3-4-3.
So, Patty on the right.
Yep.
I guess, Bruni and then Cham.
Mm-hmm.
However, in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
Sinclair,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess Dembele.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Fuck it.
And no, so let's do this. So when we look at this, we have Gordon. Okay, so we have Gordon in the back, and I've got 4 backs, and I've got 2 defensive guys. I've got 3 up front, right? And I have 1 in the middle. So you're saying Gordon, Lustig, Jozo, question mark, Tierney, Encham, Bruni,
Mm-hmm.
Patty, Sinclair,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have 3 question marks, basically is how that works out. Now, before we get to 3 question marks, do you think for a second, just for a second, do you think that Brendan doesn't start Patty and puts Forrest up there?
I think it's a close one, but I think he does go. I think he starts Patty, but I don't think Patty plays the whole game. Because he was saying he was a little unfit. He did look like he was a little, not that he had a knock or anything, but he was a little tight, or just, let's just say unfit, not ready for 90 minutes, at least against PSG. So he'll probably do 60, 70,
and
something like that.
Jamesy comes on for him?
Then,
okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, so can you throw Dembele in? Is Griffiths still healthy? Is Griffiths okay? Because I'm going LG up front. That's just me. I think he didn't play for a reason. I think he didn't play against Accies for a reason.
Point.
And I think that's the probably that's got to be the reason why he didn't play against Accies. Just so he didn't need to, and he didn't. But I don't think there's a chance in hell Edward plays or starts.
No.
Plays,
maybe, but doubtful. But I would say the only way he plays is if Dembele is not fit and doesn't play. Other than that, no, he doesn't play.
I don't think you bring Dembele back in this game.
At all, no?
Mm-mm. I really don't.
Well, where's he at? Didn't he say he was supposed to be fit?
Oh, I don't think so.
No?
I thought he was just back in training. Is he fit? Because if he was fit, you should have played. You should have played Friday. He wasn't even on the bench.
Yeah,
he wasn't even on the bench. I don't know if he's back. I know he's training. I know the same way I know Boyata's training. I don't know. I mean, I've been told. I don't know. Like I'm sitting there watching people come in and train. But I mean, that. So that's that one. So do you obviously in the holding role? I guess you're going to put Rogic in.
I forgot.
He goes in there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Not Armstrong, but Rogic.
Yeah.
Because I know he didn't play this weekend or on Friday, basically because he was flying all over the world in that damn qualifiers that he's got for Australia, where him playing in fucking West Jabib all the way to God knows where. West Jabib is a U.S. saying. Anyway, but we're still down to. Man, who do you think? Who is? Let's see. Hold on. So who do you put in there?
Who do we have that's fit? That's question number one.
Boyata's not fit. I guess Vyachenko is he fit?
He is, I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Because I mean, do you move Lustig to the middle and then play Gamboa? He by the and he had a I don't know if did you see the Costa Rica game against Mexico?
I didn't, but I heard everybody. I heard about it.
Yeah, he had the own goal against Mexico.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that 1-1 draw. Yeah,
right.
I saw it. It was a really really unfortunate situation. It was really unfair to him. But that being said, do you do that?
I wouldn't do that in this game. I'd rather shit. I'd say I'd rather do Baton because at least you've been doing that.
Do you put Baton
at least
in?
that's something that they know and they're kind of familiar with. But
you can't go in there with him. You can't.
That's such a weak. That's.
Do you play Ayer? You can't play Ayer.
No.
You can't play Ayer. There's no way.
We're basically saying which shit sandwich would you rather take a bite out of?
I'd rather have one without the full chunks of corn in it. To be honest with you, I mean, I want the one that looks the most appealing. The ones that have corn chunks, and I'm not really all that into. Just saying.
But at least it's got corn, and you know what corn is.
Oh, stop! Oh, dear God! I guess if. Sviatchenko? I guess,
yeah. I mean, he hasn't played in forever, but I mean, we got him. Shit.
What do you? I don't know, man.
And like 2 years ago, it's just like he was starting. He was like kind of our main guy. He's one of our better center backs. And we're just like,
yeah,
playing. We have to.
So okay, so on the bench for that game was, let's see, that was. Let's see here real quick. That game was like this. So statistics, lineups. Here we go. So this is what we have.
While you're figuring that out,
No,
I'm just gonna put this out as a Twitter poll, just to do like people's center back pairs for the game. I'm just curious, I'm going to put it out on Twitter and leave it up for like a day or something because I'm just fucking curious what other people think.
Yeah, I know they're not going 3 at the back. There's no fucking way they're going 3 at the back.
No.
So I mean, so this is so on your bench, right? You had Baton was on the bench. He came in and played. Hayes was on the bench. He came in and played. Rogic did not play it. There was no way he was going to play it. Encham was on the bench and played. DeVries, that story. Ayer and Ralston. So. You have Ayer and Ralston. So do you put Lustig in and put Ralston on the right? No fucking way. There's no way. You can't put Ralston in that game. You can't.
Yeah, because that's going to be Neymar is going to come running down that side.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. You have to have Lustig there. But do you? I mean, Gamboa in?
Gamboa, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, he played well against the U.S. That's for damn sure. That doesn't
like
fucking mean very much.
He doesn't have the time with Celtic recently, but he's been playing international games. I mean, so basically we're looking, at least in my mind, we're looking at Gamboa on the right with Zeminovic and Lustig, or Lustig on the right, and Shevchenko.
Is Shevchenko healthy? Shevchenko is healthy. He plays.
You think? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
If he's healthy, he plays. He's got to.
That's the least fucky of
everything. Yes. At least with Sviatchenko playing, the shit isn't necessarily runny. It's more like peanut butter as compared to a wet nasty shit. So the shit sandwich isn't that bad. But I mean, you still have McGregor. Do you put McGregor in? Where does McGregor fit into this team? Do you play McGregor instead of Rodgick in this game?
Nah, not to start at least. He's on the bench.
Oh man, good problems to have. Defensive one, not so much. The other ones I'll deal with. Yeah, the other ones I'll deal with. Okay, but if Lee's healthy, he's definitely has to play.
It just brings us back to what the fuck was up with this dude's foot last month. The South African guy.
Yeah, that's correct. What the fuck was up with his foot? Exactly.
And his new manager saying, "Oh yeah, I totally expect Celtic to come in for him in January." Like, okay, that's great, but
there's something about broken. There's something about his foot was broken, or something was fused in one of the bones in his foot, or something.
Right. So, like, okay, I get that, but at the same time, weren't we? I know the Steven, what's his name, thing was already done. He was staying. He wasn't coming to us.
Mm-hmm.
But weren't we linked with somebody else?
Who knows?
Another center back?
Fuck, who knows?
I thought. I mean, I know we were
linked. Who knows?
Yeah. But I thought it was like, oh, we can get this guy instead. So like not conspiracy theory, but it's like, oh, we quote unquote found something in his medical, and that's why he was denied. So we can actually go and get this person instead. But we ended up not even getting anybody. So, but it's like, well, we definitely need somebody.
I think you go with Gamboa and then Lustig and Jozo if Sviatchenko's not healthy. But I'm no more excited about Sviatchenko playing first time in a long time than I am Dembele playing first time in a long time in this game. And
I'm a little more comfortable with Dembele at least.
Really?
I know he's got
yes. I'll give you that. But LG, I'll tell you what. Lee's been on fire. He scored again for Scotland. I mean, he's scoring some games. He's only one game without an assist or goal in the last month and a half. So, yeah, that's No Sviatchenko, then it's Gamboa and Lustig with Jozo in the middle, which doesn't fill my heart with joy either. By the way,
us not scoring hurts us less than us having a weaker attack and not scoring hurts us less than having a weaker defense to allow goals. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep. Agreed. I agree with that. So anyway, so that's what we're looking at there. That one, and then who do we play next? Is it? You don't play the Huns next, do we?
We got to play them soon. We usually play them in. Look at the schedule.
Do we play them next? No, Ross County. We're home to Ross County on Saturday.
Yeah.
3:00, home to Ross County.
We don't play the Huns until the 23rd.
23rd, yep. Away at noon on the 23rd. Stick it right in their ass. I can't wait. Fucking just beat the shit out of them, too. Fuck them. Fucking Huns. Anyway, so Ross County home. I'm not even fucking concerned. Whatever happens. Yeah. I really don't care.
We take
especially Tuesday, Saturday.
And the kitchen sink, we throw it at PSG, and then pick up the remainders.
Yeah, exactly. He could make 6 changes and still beat the shit out of Ross County. Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Right.
So that's like an hour and a half. Just a couple of housekeeping things. The Celtic letter to the SFA that was leaked.
Yeah.
What was your? I mean, do you think how good of, or is it a good thing? I mean, obviously, the letter was written in 2012, right? They've been going on about this for 5 years now. All the stuff about Resolution 13, was that what it was? 12, 14, 16, whatever it was. All that stuff about the fans trying to get Celtic to do something. Obviously, they were working in the background. The letter was released without, from what I understand, without Uncle Peter's knowledge or consent. I mean, does that make, looking at that letter now, does that make Peter Lovell look like a really good poker player when he's slow playing these guys?
Well, first of all, I didn't know it was leaked until you just said that. I thought.
Oh, that's the article I read. Yeah.
Okay.
It was leaked, and then they made the statement after it was leaked. That's what I was told.
I mean, because it seems like every once in a while, when there's like an announcement with like, the EBTs or the big tax case, the little tax case, et cetera, Celtic does put out, a statement. So I appreciate the fact that they're still at least kind of keeping up with it.
It's interesting stuff. I'm interested to see what happens next. It's gonna be an interesting setup to see what they do next in this whole scenario. I don't know what I expect out of them, or if I expect anything out of them any more than what's going on right now.
Like, we all know, everybody knows.
Yes.
And when I say everybody, I mean all fans.
Yes.
All Scottish
yes.
fans.
They all know. Even the Huns know.
You know.
That's the you know how a Hun realizes that what they did was wrong?
How?
Pedo!
Right.
Idiots. Oh, pedo. Also, in state aid. Pedo and state aid.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Idiots.
So the fact that, Celtic fans and Aberdeen fans can get together and unite on an issue.
They couldn't even do that. They couldn't even do that over independence.
I was going to say, yeah, exactly.
That's pretty funny, actually.
That's kind of impressive. And, they put their other shit aside, and it's like, all right, this is the bigger fish to fry here. So, yeah. And I think it only came down to really it was Aberdeen's owner, right? That was kind of the cog that fucked up everything. He was the guy that got stuck and fucked up everything when this all first kind of began, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so it kind of just shows that, I guess, they weren't so lazy or lackadaisical the whole time, that there was at least some effort being put forth throughout the process, even if it was kind of political, like written politically, or a little PC, for lack of a better phrase, or in that kind of like PR-ish term.
Yeah.
Like they could have been like, "You fucking cheaters, fuck you."
Yeah, listen. Yeah. He's a businessman. He gets it. I mean, he's doing the best he can. I know. I get that part. But they need to. Yeah, they definitely need to go ahead and see what the story is next, how they're going to handle the next part, because who knows? Who knows what they're going to do?
But that's the thing. It's like, what else has to come out, or has to be done, or has to be said, or whatever? Like, it's all out there already. Like, I don't see anything else that can change. Like, them going bust again? Like, what else can be done?
They're going bust again? Fuck them. Anyway, so I'm glad Celtic's doing it. I mean, it's interesting. I'm really, really, really interested to see how the rest of it plays out, because it was cool to see. I mean, they've been working out in the background. They just didn't want everything known about it. And I think it's the same thing. I mean, can you equate that conversation, Rev, with the whole transfer conversation? Can you equate? Listen, Celtic should handle this. Handle the Huns. Get on the Huns. Get on the Huns for cheating. Get on. And they're like, yeah, okay, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. And then, in the background, they're quietly doing it because they don't need to really go ahead and bother anybody. My question is, in that situation, is it something that you think that they're moving on in the background, you just don't know it? Is it the same thing with the way we feel about, oh, come on, get the finger out and spend some money on transfers, blah, 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 blah. Is it the same thing? Are they doing stuff in the background? They just like that goes back to what we started out about with Brendan. Did he really want to buy Patty? Did they really try? What's going on? How come we don't have someone to come in and buy another person? Oh, we have 3 or 4 people on backup. Well, yeah, but there's shit in the background that people don't fucking know about.
Well, okay, first of all, I want to harken back to a couple weeks ago when you, in the one show we did, you said, you basically, explained how, like all the Champions League money from last year and kind of like what it went to and blah, blah, blah. You remember that?
Yep.
And how it's basically gone already. And that kind of was eye-opening for me, I'll admit. I never really thought of it like that. It's like, yeah, no, going to, weekly wages and this and that and shit. It's like, I kind of, in my mind, I was like, no, I know it has to go to this, and I'm okay with it going towards that if it improves the team and the overall thing of the club, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, my numbers may have been a little bit more like askew and higher than whatever, but the principle is still the same.
Right.
Yeah.
But like when you think about it, it's like, yeah, there are some things that's like when it comes down to it, things are a little more expensive than they seem. And I was like, oh shit, no, yeah, you're right. So when I try to think about stuff and that, like I said, that was kind of eye opening. So I'm like, oh yeah, we really can't go and like, we've got 30 million pounds. Look at all the things we can do, and we can buy 5 million pound players with it. No, we can't. So okay, like that, I've rethought my pattern of how I think we should be operating a bit. So I do think, in earnest, Celtic is, the powers that be have always, in some respect, been trying to do their best, and what they think is their best. Could they have been doing better? Sure. I do think 2017 versus 2013, 2012, there's a difference for sure. This letter, if this was from 2012, that does change my perspective retroactively a little bit.
Right.
Because, like back then, like we've seen, like they weren't signing people till the last day of the window in the summer, only if we got into the Champions League. My opinion's made up on that. Like, there's, you can't, the evidence was there. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really change my mind on that.
Yeah, well, it's not like they're not trying. And it doesn't. It isn't the whole situation with looking at this Patty Roberts thing. Isn't that just proof enough? Unless you don't believe Brendan, isn't that proof enough? They're out there trying to get people, and it takes 3 people to fucking party.
Right. No, but I'm saying like now, definitely, I think Celtic now versus Celtic then. Oh, well, okay. There is a change for sure. It might be a little change, and I think they. I'm cutting them maybe a little slack for then, from what I know now, if you get what I'm saying, like, but I think they could have probably done a little better, but this just shows like, okay, maybe it wasn't as bad, and they're not as villainous, guys in suits smoking cigars, in a locked room as, in leather-bound chairs, as much as I kind of made them out to be, as they actually were. But, they're actually kind of trying, like I said, to
believe they are. I believe they are. I have no problem with it. I have no problem
Yeah,
with it.
you
I
want to
believe
be
they
in that club.
Yeah, I think they are. It's just a matter of them getting it done. I mean, I don't know. It's just a matter of them getting it done and then having, getting what people want, giving other people what they want. I mean, I have people all the time, clients that want to buy stuff from me. I'm like, no, I don't think we're meant for each other, and you don't have enough money for me to go ahead and want to deal with you. And that's, it happens. It happens. I mean, there are times when I say no to that. So that kind of thing. But anyway, just two more things before we go. The next one is if you guys watch Celtic TV. It worked on my phone the other day. It worked out fine. I watched the game, no big deal. They put up their new show. It's called The Locker Room, or Inside the Locker Room or something. And so the dollar value of what we do went up. Now there's no more like Monday show. It's every Thursday now. And it used to be Mondays and Thursdays. And when I first brought in, it was every day. Like there was some new content every day. And now then it was Mondays and Thursdays. And now it's only just Thursday. So we're paying more and getting even less content. And it's almost ESPN-like. It's just really weird. There's a lot of cut to into inside and outside. I don't know what you guys think about it. I'm just not a fan of this. What's his name? Jerry? What's his name? The new presenter. I
only know Celtic TV on the actual matches and stuff.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't really know
just not a fucking fan, man. Just not a fan at all. Just not.
How do you mean?
I don't like him. I don't like any of it. I fuck every time I see fucking Mark Wilson on a game, I fucking hate him too.
You just miss summer is really what you're saying.
That's a good question. Who would I? You know what? Remember, Rev, when we asked that question, who would you rather? What would you want? Would you want Rangers to win or Trump to be president? And you were like really, really freaked out about that. Yeah. I think I'm in the same boat. Would I want this Jerry guy or do I want Summer? Jerry McCulloch. Thanks, Michael. Thank you, sir. Jerry McCulloch. Who would I rather have? You know what? I'd rather watch the games in silence.
Yeah.
How about C? None of the above. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! No, I don't like him. I don't like him, and I don't like what him and Wilson are on, especially after that Wilson comment. What Zaluska said, that Wilson's a Hun. I can't fucking stand him. Anyway, the whole thing when Zaluska got beat up and all that stuff, that was crazy. Absolutely just nuts. And did we mention Armstrong and Gary Mackay Stephen getting pulled out of the river? Did we mention that in our last show?
Oh no, we didn't mention that.
What the fuck's up with that? That's gonna be you know what the UK needs right now?
What?
TMZ Sports. They would have it. There's a show in the US called everyone knows what TMZ is, but there's a TMZ sports show that shows up on like Fox like late night. Could you imagine?
Isn't that not basically what all the UK's like sports reporting is? That's what I feel like over here. Yeah,
but I haven't seen anything. There was like, yes, he fell in, but there's nothing else. There's like no commentary about it at all. Like, did someone throw him in? Weird. Was Mark Wilson there? I mean, does anybody know?
Yeah, no, that was
now I heard some stories about him being drunk and being belligerent in some bar in the West End. Is basically all I heard. And if he's if he's drunk and he does it, then fuck it. All right, cool, whatever. I mean, I've been drunk and gotten stupid before. I mean, it happens.
Right.
But but to jump in, pushed in, anyone slip in?
Right.
I heard story he was in there for a while.
I bet I could do XYZ and somehow ended up I'm
just curious. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I'm interested to find out. But anyway, so that's
like Titanic style.
What'd you say?
The memes afterwards, like Titanic style with like EMF on like the door, and arms up in the water, being like, "Oh, I'll never let go," and all that shit. Like, oh, it's just killing me.
Oh man, do you think it had anything to do with him being upset leaving Celtic? Is it possible? Is that really possible? They care that much?
What, like a suicide attempt?
Yeah. There's no way.
No, I mean, no, not like that.
No.
I'm joking, not joking. You know, I'm sure he's probably just happy to be playing. I mean, hell, are they really like that tight that they don't want to be separated? That would be something. I liked him.
I mean, the original bromance was not.
Yeah, really.
Was not Patty and Kieran. It was.
Hell, when they first signed that half season,
Kieran,
and then they came to the U.S. They were in New York.
Yeah, they were on vacation together.
And like they ran into like one random person.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, took a picture with him.
Whatever. I'm like, that should be me. What the fuck? I'm always walking around. Like, that should be me.
Oh man. So yeah, that's interesting stuff. I want to know if anyone knows. I'm just curious. Did he jump, or or did Stewart say, "I got to let you go," and pushed him in? I mean, what happened? It's got to be something. There's got to be something. But anyway, so obviously so before we go, it's been long enough. And by the way, in case you're curious about how much we love what we're talking about here, today's the opening day of like the full NFL season. And I mean,
yeah, I'm staring at my Giants hat right now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like I haven't watched a single fucking down. I really don't care. And the only thing I know is my fantasy football teams get their ass handed to them. So yeah, again. And by the way, you know who you are when I say this because I know you listen to the show and you are the how can I put this, the commissioner of our league. I hate you for taking away my keepers. They made it so that it's a full like blown draft every year. So I had lost Tom Brady, fucker. Anyway, so I'm kind of upset about that. No, I hate everything Boston, but Tom Brady's really good on fantasy football. Anyway, so that being said, we have to talk about the 200-pound gorilla / elephants in the room over from Castle Milk. Did you listen to the last Ball Boys?
I didn't. You guys kept saying
you haven't listened to it yet?
And I thought I was going to yesterday and the day before, and I didn't get a chance to.
Okay, if you guys get a chance, you have to download it. The last 30 minutes are a fucking riot, and I must say it was really good. It was really, really good. Now it was funny because it was like Chucky Arlaw, Bucky Arlaw, and getting on Chris. And apparently, you also have a Southern accent.
I do.
Apparently, or you don't say anything at all, which was pretty funny. That's what How come Rev never says anything?
Shit, I don't even like being called that. Saying that I'm from South Jersey, let alone that I'm from the South. Fuck.
Oh, it's funny. The best though was that Scottish guy we don't know his name is that Scottish cunt we don't know his name on the show. Oh my god, it was so funny. But the best. In addition, I mean, it was you guys have made me work. Like it was. I had someone say something here, and and you know you had your say about the hair dryer in the background. So I spent like an hour and a half working on why. I found out why, and it was all my fault. It was all obviously set up, and you guys have said it before. So we got rid of the hair dryer / will someone turn the fucking hashtag will someone turn the fucking vacuum off in the background. But the best was the whole thing about Chris. That was actually pretty funny. John Deere, moonshine, Buckfast, Chuck Yarlaw, Buckfast.
Hey. So
that was
whoever the fuck,
funny.
I have to listen, but they have to come to Philly. They have to have the moonshine.
Yes. See, there you go. There's the challenge back to the ball
Before
boys.
they
They actually need to get on a fucking plane and get over to the Fela in February in Philadelphia, and that way they can go ahead and experience that. We'll do a live one. They're doing a live show, like a live show. They had 50 tickets. I think they sold it out already. Sold it out or whatever. I don't know what they're selling. I mean, anyway, buy a beer, whatever the hell it was. It's over Thanksgiving weekend. I'd love to go, but I can't. I can't get out of here over Thanksgiving weekend for that. But to them, if you catch it on, they have whatever they're excommunicated from HailHailMedia because they're fuckers. But it's okay. You can go ahead. They're also on Spreaker. Just look up Ball Boys. But it was absolutely just fucking hilarious. I listen to them every week anyway. But I'm glad they gave us the opportunity to host their hashtag fucking raging segment, which was a fucking riot. It really, really was. And Chris had said, "Hey, listen, you gotta listen to this. It's funny." I was literally driving to the airport the other day, listening to it, and I had tears in my eyes. I really did. I was laughing so fucking hard. It's like, someone turned that fucking vacuum off. Oh, good. It was funny. I'll give you that. It was good. It was good. And you know why it's funny? Because it's fucking true. Truth is always funny.
Sure.
Truth is always fucking funny. So I'm glad we had a chance to host it. But I think someone had asked if we would do our own Scottish version of them.
I do a terrible fucking accent.
I know. I know. It's so fucking. I sound like
wanna hear
Naveed from when I do a Scottish accent. I sound like Naveed. I sound like I'm Indian Scot. I sound like from Still Game. That's what I sound like when I do a Scottish accent. So I'm not the guy. I mean, we could do our own version. Like I could be Mark, you be Ball, and we'll just go back and forth, and we'll just laugh and say I was drunk. Or you could say you were. I mean, I don't know. How do we do this? We can't get back at them. There's nothing because I can't do the accent. Hi,
the best
I'm Mark.
Like is like
I'm
Mike
pissed.
Myers.
Hi, I'm Ball. I'm pissed. Let's get pissed together. I mean, I don't know. No.
You really don't want to hear it. It's going to be so bad.
It is bad. It is bad. But they were good. The American act. I guess you know what the difference is, Rev. They see American TV, and they do that. I see that with my friend's daughter. She watches some American cartoons, and she has some. She talks like, "Go ahead, do your American accent." And they start talking. Oh, hi, Dr. John. Blah 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 blah. It's cute. I mean, the only thing I don't know. I mean,
we can do. I've noticed this. We can do like a Southern accent.
Oh, I can do Southern accent all day long. You have no idea. Give me some buck fast. That I can do all day long.
They can do American, like English can do American, English could do Scottish. Like we can't. I don't know what it is, but we can't put on
the
stuff. Can't. Like they can kind of take off, but we can't put on.
I can't.
I don't know what that adding something is.
Nope, zero chance of me having that happen.
Yeah.
No.
Chance. I would if I could, but I can't, and you don't want to hear it.
I can't. No, it's not even funny. I can't. I mean, I just not. No, can't do it. Wish I could. Just zero chance. But oh well. Anyway, so we'll find a way to get back at them later. We'll find a way. I mean, I don't know what to do, but we'll figure something out to go ahead and get back at that. It was actually extremely funny, guys. If you get a chance, listen to it. I 100% wholeheartedly support them making fun of us. It was actually pretty funny. I'll give you that. It was good. Anyway, so let's see who's in the chat room we got here. So Mark's in the chat room. I'm glad he had a chance to show up, and he's here late. If you catch the very beginning, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning. Michael said he's here for the retaliation. There is none. And Mark said he promises to get his Rev accent down next time, so he'll be more vocal in our next hosting of fucking Raging. And Combat Buddy, John says he says we're blocking him from getting our notifications because he shows up to make sure that he fixes our mistakes. So that's important, by the way. And by the way, there's a reason why we're not going to do this. There's no way we're going to go ahead and do a segment on our show, because that would mean that we'd have to actually prepare for this shit. So I think those two, yeah, exactly. So those two comments go together. So yes, CB, that is correct, right? You're here to go ahead and correct us. Thank you. We appreciate it. And why? Because we are the most unprepared Celtic podcast, and we don't care. There you go. That's exactly what it is. We'd have to find time to do this shit. I was in Portland this weekend. I mean, I flew all the way back here. I got back to. I mean, I was at work doing something Saturday morning. My flight's at 1:00 in the afternoon, West Coast time. I get a text message from the airline. Hey, by the way, your flight's going to be late. You're going to spend the night in Atlanta. I call up the airline. They get me on. Instead of going from Portland to Atlanta, Atlanta to Myrtle Beach, I had to go from Portland to Minneapolis, Minneapolis to Atlanta, Atlanta to Myrtle Beach. So I didn't get home. I didn't land in Charleston. It wasn't even Myrtle Beach. It was Charleston. I didn't land in Charleston until 11:30 at night. And I walked in the door to my house at 11:30, 1:15 in the morning. So it was a long, long day to get home.
A little bit. Yeah.
So, I mean, I got shit to do. I don't know. I guess Mark and Boss sit around all day and make fun of each other and just record shit. I don't know. But what do? They plan this shit? Where do they have time for this? I mean, look at Chris. Look at Chris. Chris is busy. Chris right now is making sure his house doesn't blow away.
He's boarding up his windows.
Exactly.
On all the windows and shit.
He's taking all his Buckfast and putting it in a safe. That way he doesn't get blown away.
He's building a wine cellar specifically for Bucky.
He's building a Bucky cellar. Exactly. And Paul, God knows what movies Paul's working on. Paul's tied.
He just did Star Trek. I was really excited for that.
He what?
They're doing a new Star Trek series that comes out later this month, and I guess they're like really behind or something. So they contracted out work for a little bit.
Wow.
So, and it just popped up on my Facebook, like because I'm a big Star Trek fan. So on like one of like the pages I follow, he's like, "Yeah, I'm working on this right now." I was like, and not because because I was friends with him, but he just happened to post on a thing that I follow. I was like, "You're working on this? What the fuck?" And he's like, "Yeah, just for a little bit because they were behind or whatever." I was like, "No way."
Yeah,
cool.
Paul is of all the people that work for real work, like real work. Paul does real work, and the man is like handcuffed to the desk.
Yeah,
he's like, "Can we do a quick show?" Mark just put in the chat room. Who's Paul? Is it? We're still here. All right, we're still here. That was close. Woo! Oh my gosh. Yes, so he said, "Who's Paul?" That is fucking hilarious. Oh my God, that is so funny. Who is Paul? Paul is... I have no idea who Paul is. No one knows Paul. Oh my God.
It's funny though, kind of segueing a little bit away from that, but still kind of thing into all this and everybody knowing everybody. So Deco went over for the Ireland game, and he went to the Hamilton game, and just seeing him pop up on everyone else's like Instagram pictures and shit. It's like, Jesus Christ, bro, you fucking know everybody. Like, he's taking pictures with Big G on fucking Wednesday. He's taking pictures with the Parrot on fucking Friday, and everybody in between. I was like, bro, you know everybody.
That's good. We're getting with everybody.
Oh yeah, but it's just funny as fuck because it's like people that, I obviously, we're all Celtics fans and everything, but people who I know from different aspects of it, and I don't think know each other, and it's like, oh, and there's Deco.
Oh, and there's... So the show went dead for a second, came back. Mark says, what happened there? And Michael says, oh, someone wanted to plug in the Hoover. That's actually pretty funny. I'll give you that's funny shit. That is funny shit. So who's Paul? That's what Mark said. Mark said, who's Paul? And he works so much we don't know either. So I guess that's probably a good reason why they didn't actually know who he was. He's never on the show. He's like I think. Anyway, all right, Rev, it's time to go eat something, I guess. It's the end of my day. It's the end of it for me. So, all good, man. So you want to give a quick prediction for Ross County if we don't talk between now and then?
Ross County, regardless of what happens Tuesday,
another 4.
will either bounce back or continue.
Right. In our drive for 55? Going for 55?
Yeah, where are we at now?
54, I believe. I believe it's, if CB's around, he'll tell me. Hurry up, John. Tell me it's at 54, 55 in a row. I don't want to be right because if it's right, then it means I'm prepared.
I was going to say 53, so I was
53.
Wrong.
Let's take a look real quick. Celtic unbeaten streak is 52. Was August 20th.
Okay.
So that's August 20th. So we got 53. It's 53.
Oh, shit, I was right. All right.
54? 53? I don't know. Fuck, who knows? I don't know. I think it's 50, 52, 53. Yeah, whatever. It's our drive for 55. It's our drive for 55, which is the fucking best shit in the world. I love that. We should have our own, like, going for 55.
Wait. So if my math is right, we should get 55 against them.
Would that be...
Holy shit.
Would that be awesome?
Oh, man.
If 53... Is 53... Hold on. Wait, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hold on. It would be 53, 54, 55 against Dundee. 56 would be against Rangers.
Okay. Close
or
enough.
Old Co. Whatever. Yeah, 54, 55. Yeah. Oh, yep. Yep. That's correct. That would be awesome. That would be fucking hilarious.
Let's say we're going to have to play mostly reserves because we're going to be really tired from beating PSG on Tuesday.
There you go. Get in there.
We're only going to get a 2-0 win on Saturday.
Yeah, I think after our draw with, I'm assuming a draw, a cheeky draw. I think we go another. I think another. I see another 4-1. They go 3 at the back, and Ralston, Iyer, Miller in the back, and then just load up the midfield and beat the shit out of them.
Nice.
I think that's fine.
I like it.
I'll give you that one. All right. Anyway, Rev, what time do Giants play tonight?
Probably 8-10 or whatever.
Giants.
Us against Dallas.
Yeah, 5:30. And I have Brandon Marshall.
5:30.
I have Brandon Marshall on my team tonight. I don't know if that's good or bad.
I better get ready for this game then. I've been drinking since before the show.
Ooh, yeah, I know. And I gotta get ready. I gotta go outside. I think I will bring in my barbecue grill, which is outside. I might have to
bring it in?
Yeah, just in case it doesn't turn into a fucking projectile if the wind picks up tomorrow.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
The last thing I want is for this shit to go ahead and blow away. Now that'd be bad.
Yeah.
That'd be bad. Blowing away would be bad. Anyway, so Mark, is that why Mark is the Viking on Twitter? Because he's a Vikings fan? I gotta hear this story at some point in time. You gotta go ahead and tell us why you're a Vikings fan, Mark, at some point in time. I don't know how that happens. I know our other doctor friend, my friend who is a Brown Trousers on our league. He's a Browns fan. I have no idea why. I think he went to Cleveland once and became a Browns fan. He's like everything Cleveland. I can't figure that shit out. But anyway, Brian. Anyway, so Dr. Brian, too bad you you killed me by taking away my man. Anyway, so let's see. Rev, anything else?
No.
No.
I'll say the check it all off for Chris this week.
There you go.
Hopefully he
stands
out. He stands outside, gives Irma a big middle finger. Fuck you.
To Irma. That's what he's doing right now. He's outside giving the big middle finger to Irma right now. So Chris, go ahead and get your shit inside. Keep the dog safe. Keep Amanda safe. It'll be all good. Paul, get your shit done. I think Rev is ready for this Star Wars thing to come out. Or was it Star Wars, Star Trek?
Hey. Star Trek.
Star Trek. Are you not a Star Wars fan?
Yeah, but I mean...
Star Trek more.
Star Trek, but...
Yeah. And me, I got to get my fucking shit in the house before it blows away. Or floats away. The pond behind my house is like really high before it starts to rain for this freaking hurricane. But anyway, that being said, there's good news though, Rev.
Say what?
There's good news.
What's the good news?
We're not Huns.
That's lovely news.
We're not Huns, and even better, we're not the Ball Boys. Because our American accents are much better than theirs, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, hail, everybody. Thanks for being with us. Rev, love you, man. We'll talk to you later.
Hail, bud.
Hail, Bubba. Take care. See you guys, everyone. Take
Where you wanna go?